Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's 58 degrees out, which is very comfortable, not bad at all. The skies are nice and clear. And best of all, it's Friday. Friday goes by so quickly, depending on the business level. I got plenty of sleep last night, even though I went to bed late. It was a solid sleep for me. That is so important because this week I had 2.5 days where I got no sleep at all. I had a lot on my mind, and basically it's just not deeply personal stuff. It's something that occurred because last week I decided I was going to get a new iPhone, and when I finally went to my telephone carrier office up here, I said I'd like to order such and such a phone. I'm a customer, yada yada yada. And my iPhone was delivered twice to me at my home. And when you have an item like an iPhone being delivered to your home, you have to be there to sign for it. It's a $1,200 iPhone, and you're not going to just lay it outside of your door and walk away. But what I did was I left the patio lanai door unlocked so they can come in to the foyer and leave it in front of my main entrance. And I left a sign, a little note, place in front of door. But they can't do that. So what they did was they left a sticky label on my main entrance, letting me know that they attempted to deliver my phone, but I wasn't there. So if you're not there to sign it, they're not going to leave it there for you and walk away. And that happened twice because I was looking forward to get my phone. I know it was going to take about a week, but it was less than that. I was supposed to receive it on Tuesday, and both Tuesday and Wednesday of this week I didn't get it because I wasn't there. I was working. So Wednesday, after I got out of work, I drove to FedEx warehouse and I got it. I had to wait there for about an hour because the delivery truck it was on was finishing its rounds and was supposed to be back at the facility at 6 o'clock. Well, he was there like around 6:30, and he had my phone. I signed for it and I came home. The reason why I lost sleep was because I had to prepare my old iPhone to transfer all the data and the pictures and the phone numbers and my certain apps to be transferred over to my new phone, and not everything was transferred over, even though I backed up my previous phone. It's like there's maybe about a handful of apps and that never went through. So I had to manually do them, and it takes quite a long time to do it manually, because now those apps are going to be sending you notifications and to make sure that you're who you are, because you got a new phone. The new phone is unrecognizable, and not only that, my old iPhone never sent over my current email address. So that stayed in my mind because I have so many different emails from different places, my insurance, my mortgage company, my banks, my credit cards, you know the spiel. So after considering what to do, yesterday I decided to just create a new email address and notify those important things or subjects that, hey, this is my new email address. And I'm pretty much all set with the verification of my new email to my constituents. And I have about maybe 5 more apps I have to send over to the new phone, but I got to go through a verification process. That kept me up a couple of days this week because I didn't want to do this. I thought everything was going to go smoothly when you back up your iPhone, but sometimes it doesn't. And not all my photographs went through, not a single one went through. If I'm backing up my phone, I had to manually pair up my both iPhones, my iPhone 12 and my iPhone 16, the new one, to do that. And the new iPhones, every time they come out, they have a new feature, how to do the same thing that you did in your past iPhones. So, yeah. This is going to be my last iPhone. I'm not buying another iPhone again. I got the iPhone, I like to call it jumbo. I got the jumbo iPhone. I had one years ago, and I thought it was too big. But when I went to the iPhone Plus, it felt normal in my hands. The regular iPhone is really, really small. The iPhone Plus is the middle size, and then I have what I call the jumbo. So yeah. So as you guys notice, I'm not talking about politics. I don't want to get involved in politics. I'm the type of person, if I get too deep in something, it aggravates me, because every decisions of the government or the president or whatever affects all of us. And you know what I've been talking about in my past videos. This new administration has pretty much gutted our government, and it's very clear to me that this president is a goddamn liar. He never tells the truth. And he went and got an administration that will appease him, that will kiss his ass. And if it means them lying like he does, that means that we're never going to get the truth. There's no transparency in anything that's going on. Even they're not being transparent even with the Democrats. And if they're not going to be transparent with the Democrats, they're not going to be transparent with you and I. So what I was doing, I felt like when I was talking about politics, I felt like I was just going around in circles, because it's a sign of frustration. Those things that bother us, that you know it's not going to get fixed, because they have a rogue president and a rogue administration, is not going to be talked about. It's not going to be handled. It's not going to be taken care of. So the American people get the short end of the stick. We're going to get the short end of the stick for the next three and a half years. And this guy's a bum. He's a fucking bum. And he's like a gangster. Even the way he talks presidential. He don't look presidential. He's not doing nothing that a president who cares would do. Nothing he's promised has been done. And right now, they're looking at the Trump administration for being involved in insider trading. That's what they think. He went and did all these tariffs in all countries to place fear in society, and also, quite frankly, fear and fear, anxiety, and non-transparency causes the market to be shaky, to be on loose ground. So when that happens, the investors like you and I, who have 401ks and have stocks, we're undecided whether we should keep investing our money or pull it out. You know, you're going to start juggling around your investments, trying to protect your money. And I reduced my 401k contribution because it's just, I looked at my 401k and it's like, it took a hit. My 401k took a hit, and so did my stocks. And this is what's happening with the economy. You know, these tariffs. So it's fucked up. But they took advantage of the tariffs by doing inside trading, because they knew, Republicans knew what was going on, and they prepared and they carried out. They made billions. They made billions on this tariff. And also, there's more tariffs coming up and tax cuts, and it's all to protect the wealthy. So, as you can see right now, I'm getting really deep in it. I don't want to get deep in it like this because I lose myself. And I'm trying to maneuver into a more simple life, because this is simple life. It's a complicated life because you're too focused and too connected, and because we're all vulnerable here, and you lose track. You know, I don't want to spend the next 3.5 years with this bozo, this loser we have, that Republican losers voted in, and because time is precious. To me, anyways. So I'm going to focus on other aspects of my life. I might just lightly touch on the politics, but I'm never going to dedicate a whole 20 minutes just talking about this bum in office. He's not worth my time, okay? Maybe I'll spend 20 minutes telling you guys how happy I am that I found out that Trump got a heart attack, or he fell down the stairs getting off his Air Force, or Air Force One, or like he broke his head or something like that. And then I'll talk about it. But if something ferocious hasn't happened to him, I'm not going to talk about politics. I'm not. You know, I'll leave it to the guys who have a bigger platform, and they're full-time YouTubers who have a better handle on it than I am, and giving me the information I need. Other than that, I'll stick to my simple life, what I'm doing here, what I'm doing there, where I'm going, what I'm thinking about, and that's it. I've been wanting to say this. That's why I haven't been making a lot of posts, because talking about politics with a president that lies and never tells the truth, and then Republicans, even a person who's a Republican, I'm not talking just about the administration, but Republicans in general, they all lie. They're crooked, they're thieves, and they lie. If you're a Republican and you're on my channel, I apologize. I'm not talking about you personally. Don't take it personally. But this is why I don't want to get into politics, because I go overboard and I start sounding not like myself, my happy-go self. So anyways, I'm at work. I'm going to go inside, get this day going, and before you know it, it's time to go home. I hope you guys have a nice day.
I'm not suggesting anything so complicated.